Now that's the bulk of the sanding out of the way, what I want to do is glue up the front rail section, which involves the first two legs and corner posts, and the four cross rails which will go in between the drawers, and then obviously all the inserts between them. Now it's the front, so before we start, taking all four legs, sections that are not rebated out, which are the bits that's going to show, and choose from the rest of them. Very quick, very easy with that, because that's them too. Very clean, very nice. The bits I see all the time, and they look very. Now what we've got, four rails. You remember that? We have a top and a bottom, and two inner ones. We rebated out to get the tops, to get around them curves. So that is obviously a top piece to go past the curve. That one at the bottom, because it doesn't show anything. And then two for the middle. Now then, remembering that when we put it in, how did we have the drawer? Was it sitting flush? It was sitting a little bit under. So that means that is the wrong way around. Working without joints. So, sitting in woods like so is how I'm going to do it. That's the two of them like that. The bottom one like that, and the top one like so. Okay. And that is basically how it will go. Now, using the spaces as well, not only do these act to form the box, but they'll give us the exact gap we want there as well. So, three on each side, starting at the bottom, working his way up. The whole thing is going to be glued up, so don't worry about it with glue. Okay, now get it all squared up. Right, as long as everything is cut correctly, measured correctly when you assemble it, as long as that is square, all these should be spot on. Okay, that is now done. Set it aside, let it dry. Okay, that's most of the sanding out the way. Now what I want to do is, you know, we've done the front framework. I want to do the back one, that is the other two legs and the back panel. That is in the front and back, and then when I'm ready for the final assembly, I can sandwich the sides between them because they will be solid and square. I'll need to do that because I need to align up and attach the drawed lines as I'm doing that assembly. So let's get that one done. I'll need the last two legs. One of the bottom rails, the longest one. Remember, we've got a thick and a thin shoulder on there. We want the thick shoulder on the outside. That'll be the outside edge. And the biggest panel. That's that one. Groove fit on the inside, so we've got the loose panel on the outside. The panel doesn't get glued into place because we're going to allow that to move. So all you've got here is this bottom rail that's going to be glued. So I'll just use tape to hold the top to keep it in place. Now later on we're going to have dowels into these main legs from the sub top. Big thick dowels just going forward and backwards, which is why we want to be able to sandwich it that way so we can assemble that bit. But that will also help stop this from popping out. Okay, let's just glue that rope tight in place. Okay, we'll leave that to set. Now as you can see, we've got all the components now we need for the cabinet. We've got the front rails, the back framework, the top frame for the glass, the sub-top, the other side panels that we need, the 3 drawers, 6 drawer runners and 2 rails for the bottom underneath them panels. Now, before we start assembly, there's a couple more points we've got to cover, and that is this frame. I want dowels in the top, and because I've mitered it, I will want a dowel in each side into the top of the legs to give it that rigidity and make sure we're not going to get any movement at all. So that's dowels for that to be done. Then, for the sub-top, we are going to be assembling it in this fashion, where this will go into there first. It's quite a snug fit. I'll fit in with that side. That's it, and that's it. Okay, so once this is assembled this way, we're going to want to dowel it in. Now, we're only going to get dowels in this manner in the front, because the front slides straight in, like so. So that way we can do it. This one, because it slides in and then drops down, we can't dowel that way and we can't dowel that way, but we need some sort of fixing. We can't glue this panel, and just glue touching them is not really that much. So what I'm going to do there, spin this around so I can show you, as the back, not very shown, not very visible, I'm going to drill straight through and into the shelf and put a dowel in. A pine dowel, So it'll look quite pleasant. You probably won't even notice it. And that can be glued and tapped in once everything is assembled. Because we want to be putting this on quite late on after everything's already put together. So that's things to be getting on with. Setting the drawer glides. Right. After many different attempts, it's come to my attention this is going to be the easiest way. Keep more flat to the bottom, tight to the bottom. I know I've got a 5mm gap there, so I can give it that bit extra later. Okay. Every drawer glide is the same. Now I'm going to, holding to the bottom, I'm going to mark where the drawer glide is on this, all three, and then transfer them measurements to all four corners. They should be exact. Now I've got a couple of little gaps there at the top. Keep that down, keep that up, that should level me.
See what we've got. 97. Two, two, 6. That one still not up to there yet. 3, 5, 6.
Also remember, now is the time you want to be doing any filling. Remember it's pine. You're not going to get beautiful knots and such things in pine. You're always going to get imperfections in places. So go down to this stage and just check everything. Fill up anything that needs it with a good pine filler, ready for us to do a final sanding down before the finish, as I always do. And if you need a sweep, get one, but not mine. Now I said to you I was going to do something different to this cabinet that you wouldn't normally find on a conventional table or cabinet of any kind. And this is it. What I'm going to do, because it is for gadgets, what is the one main thing you always need with all gadgets of all kinds? Electricity, power. And there's nothing worse than having something like this with half a dozen items on top, and then you've got half a dozen extension leads coming from it for chargers running all the way around the room. So what I intend on doing is in the back I'm going to be mounting a series, actually 8 power outlets. Now these cavity boxes we use in England all the time will sit nicely flushly into the back of this, leaving me plenty of space behind the drawers, totally safe. And with 8 sockets there, the cables can be run underneath and into a drawer to power something that's stored away all the time, or they can just come up onto the gadget shelf and be constantly charging the items there. And from the back, once I've got all 4 boxes in, they'll be wired together onto an extension lead just long enough to go where I want it to go, and that will then go back just one cable to the house out there. So before assembling, go into there. Okay, so get on with that. Right, there you can see the 4 of them all marked out. I think the easiest way of doing this would be to just drill them and use the handheld jigsaw. Right, well that's about all we've got time for today. So this video is going to get wound up, but I'm sure the next one's going to be available by the time you've watched this one. If not, keep watching, it won't be long until it is. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.